Hi friends, so in this video I want to talk about very important topic which is frequencies around us and the godliness around us, how the frequencies or godliness is surrounding us all the time. So let's take example like there are two people in the same family. There is a husband and there is a wife. Husband is always anxious, have lots of doubts and always in fear. And the wife is the calm person and she's always looking at situations with the trust, with the faith, and always believing in herself. So what's happening over here? Like two people living in same house, but one is very anxious and one is very calm. So these are two different frequencies over here, what we are talking about. I'll take you to my own life right now. See, what used to happen is that I was this anxious person all the time, stressed out, always angry why things are not working out. There are too many doubts. I was having too many doubts. And slowly and steadily when I started learning things, and I found out that everything is an energy around us. See, this is a very important part, that everything is an energy around us. When I eat food, I get energized. When I am hungry, I am actually angry. So I have less energy. So if you see, if good things, your energy or your frequency will go high, even depending on what kind of food you eat. Sometimes if the food is rotten or smelly, you will lose energy. But if the food is good and fulfilling and nourishing, then obviously it will raise your energy. It will raise your consciousness. So not even that, if you go in a company of bad people, you will lose your energy. But if you go in a company of good people, you will feel happy and motivated. And especially if you go in a company where people are dancing, you will feel like dancing. But if you go to a funeral and people are sad, you will become sad. So life is about energy. That's why they say surround yourself with successful people, because these energies are contagious. What other people are thinking, it affects your thought. Like if you go to a house, if you go to your home and if you see your father is angry, so his thoughts are affecting you because he's thinking something wrong and something lacking. So he's actually giving that energy to you. So life is all about energy. Good energy or bad energy, these are just energies. And we need to understand the energy. If you're not understanding, see, manifestation is all about energy. It's all about frequency. If you are in a higher frequency, see, money, love, happiness, they all sit in higher frequency. But anger, jealousy, hate, they all sit in lower frequency. If you are in this lower frequency, then you're matching their frequency. And when I'm matching lower frequencies, so the lower things will flow towards me. But if I'm matching the higher frequencies, so if you're looking for manifestation, if you're manifesting love, a partner or money, so you have to be in higher frequency. If you're not in a higher frequency, it will not flow towards you. I can take you back to the first example which we talked about, where in a family there is a husband and a wife. See, husband is always stressed out. He's always angry. He sits in a car angry, always honking, shouting at other people. And then the wife is very calm. She walks to office and she's always calm and takes things as they come. So husband is always anxious, looking for outcomes, looking for solution, like trying to control things. That's where the problem is. We are trying to control things, and when things, they don't go as what we want, obviously they won't. They happen on their own. So if things don't go the way you want it or as fast as you want, you feel lack. And because of that lack, or you feel not in control, you feel like anxious, fearful. But if you just understand this one thing, that I can't control things, so you stop blaming or stop getting angry, but you start to see or let things happen the way they are. So that's called letting go. Or so actually basically I feel like letting go means let it happen. If you let things happen, things change. So husband is not trying to let things happen. He's trying to control things. And you can't control things. I can flip a coin. You can ask for which side it should fall on, but you can't decide which side it will fall on. So you can't control the outcomes. So wife lives by that motto. She lives in surrender. She refused to give in to her thoughts. But husband is just totally controlled by his thoughts, controlled by his thoughts of controlling things. That's where the problem is. So if you are looking for manifestation, you need to raise your energy. And for things to let happen, you have to live in a trust. See, there's a very easy way to do these things, to raise how to raise your frequency. The best way to raise your frequency is love. If you just start behaving in a manner of love, like the way you love your husband or way you love your partner or your kids or anyone, you start living with this motto that whatever I do, my actions will be influenced by love. You will see your frequencies change. See, love is very powerful. Even a gangster will not hurt his own kids, will not hurt his own partner. So love, no matter how dangerous the animal is, but if it loves its owner and it never hurts his owner. So love is very powerful and it changes your frequency. If you have hate in your mind and if you have doubts in your mind, if you're controlled by your thoughts, then obviously love will not flourish and you will be dragged down. You will try to control things and it will drag you down. It will make you anxious and angry. But if you live by this love, your frequencies will change. Your things, whatever you're manifesting, will change. And for that, you have to stop giving into your thoughts. If you keep on giving into your thoughts, if you see, mind is something which wants to control everything. If you keep on wanting to control things, then you're giving into your thoughts. You're not in surrender. Surrender is where love flourishes, where you let things happen, where you let people go, let them do what they want to do, give them their freedom. Stop trying to control things, and you will see that things are happening on their own, and your frequency will change. Once your frequency will change, so surrender. Once your frequency will change, you will see a lot of love coming out of you, and then things starts falling the way you want. So let things happen. Calm down. Stop giving into your thoughts, and live with love. Thank you.